I transmigrated into a book and became a useless live-in husband in a contract marriage story. My wife, Leo Ruan, placed a divorce agreement in front of me. Let's divorce. I'll give you 100 million. Giota is coming back. According to the original plot, I was supposed to be a spineless coward, reluctant to leave her. President Leo, I can sign the agreement, but you must grant me one condition. Leo Ruan smiled contemptuously. She took off her pajama jacket, thinking I wanted to make a move on her one last time. You're not worthy, she said, throwing the jacket in my face. A sweet, fresh fragrance wafted toward me. I swear, at that moment, my heart felt terrifyingly strong. Leo Ruan. Oh, Leo Ruan, we're alone in a room and you actually dare to tempt me? I calmed down. I didn't actually dare to force myself on her. Although web novels are full of brain-dead female CEOs falling in love, this was now a real world. Even as a book world, it was real. If Leo Ruan just screamed, people would rush in immediately. This wasn't some brain-dead logic world. I threw the jacket down and stepped on it, as if trampling the dignity of this high and mighty CEO. Leo Ruan curled her lip in disdain. Just sign it. Stop wasting my time. See? This cold CEO who acts so high-class outside is this crude at home. I was her contract husband, but I was also her dog. Do you care about a dog's dignity? Fortunately, while Leo Ruan was arrogant, she hadn't actually done anything truly abusive to me. No whipping, no kneeling, no making me play the role of her white moonlight first love. Her basic upbringing prevented that. After 3 years of living together, she had become increasingly casual about ordering me around, washing her underwear, giving her massages, helping her bathe. But I could only look, I couldn't eat. 3 years passed and I hadn't even become a proper husband. Pathetic. Luckily, I transmigrated. I won't be that useless. I took the pen. I already knew the contents. 100 million in cash, a villa, 2 cars, and 2 storefronts. The original owner thought he loved her, so he wouldn't sign, but I don't love her, and with this much compensation, I'd take the money even if I were dead. I signed the name Yifan and quickly pressed my thumbprint. Perfect! Leo Ruan smiled slightly, a hint of appreciation in her eyes. Yifan, you're not bad. Speak, what is the condition? Except for her body. Leo Ruan was still a virgin? Her family upbringing and character kept her principled regarding love, and I was about to break her so-called love. Now that I'd signed and we were divorced, I no longer had to bow and scrape to please her. I took out my phone. I'm giving you a gift. You must promise to watch it with me. Leo Ruan was like an ancient emperor. Her word was her bond. She was a person of integrity when it came to her face. She nodded. I'll give you 10 minutes. I called Leo Ruan's executive assistant, Du. Assistant Du, President Leo wants you to send me the cleaner's number. You have 1 minute. Leo Ruan's expression grew serious. What are you doing? The so-called cleaners are dogs kept by wealthy circles to handle matters outside the law. If I had dared to assault Leo Ruan, I would have been handed over to these dogs to be torn to pieces. I didn't speak. I just waited. Soon, a number was sent to my phone. Simultaneously, Leo Ruan's phone rang. It was Assistant Du. She answered, simply said she understood, and hung up. The number was a local one from Haicheng. I dialed and put it on speaker. The person on the other end seemed to know it was me. Young Master Ye, please give your orders. I wasn't surprised. In their eyes, I was still Leo Ruan's husband. 10 million. I want all of Giota's records from abroad, specifically his black bodyguard. The person on the other end hesitated for a long time. Is President Leo there? Leo Ruan said coldly. 20 million. Do as he says. 10 minutes later, the call ended. Leo Ruan mocked me. You won't be qualified to call that number ever again. You think I haven't investigated Giota? He studied hard in America, got a master's from Columbia, is a famous investor in Silicon Valley, and most importantly, he has remained chaste for these 3 years, just like me. Hearing her say remained chaste word by word, I couldn't hold it in. I burst out laughing. Setting aside the fact that I'd bathed her and seen everything already, was Giota really that pure? Others might not know, but how could I not? I'm a transmigrator! 10 minutes will pass quickly. Leo Ruan, wait for the show. After speaking, I ran to the bathroom and grabbed the basin I usually used for her foot soaks. Are you giving me a foot soak? Why is there no water? I rolled my eyes. We're frickin' divorced. Only a dog would serve you. This is so you don't vomit everywhere later. Leo Ruan realized what I meant and sneered. 1 million, one last time. I followed orders readily. 10 minutes passed, her feet were soaked, and the phone rang. I was massaging her feet. I wasn't forcing myself, but for 500,000 a pop, I'd lick them if I had to. Honestly, this life wasn't bad, but she wanted a divorce, and I wasn't going to be a cuckold. A voice came over the phone. Young Master Yi, you're a god. Do you want video or a live stream? I wanted the latter, but I didn't want to spend more money. Leo Ruan has so much money she spends it like it's nothing. Add another 10 million. The voice on the other end immediately became respectful. I've sent the link to young Master Yi. I clicked the link and the video connected. With one look, I wanted to puke. Leo Ruan wanted to see, but I instinctively covered the screen. Damn it, my body still loved her. This wouldn't do. Leo Ruan, the stream is blindingly gross. You'll be scarred for life. Get lost! Leo Ruan dismissed my nagging and forced the phone away. She saw the screen and froze. It was daytime in America. In a dark room, on a large bed, one person was fair-skinned, the other dark-skinned, in a graceful position. It was top against bottom. Because the video was a hidden camera, like a lens poked through a window, it was slightly blurry through the glass. But anyone familiar with that fair body would recognize it. Leo Ruan naturally recognized her white moonlight instantly. She gripped the phone so hard I heard it creak like it was going to explode. Wait, why was she still watching? Was she into this? My God, she's a pervert! I instinctively wanted to run away from Hai Cheng, but before leaving I had to mock her to get my money's worth. Haha, Leo Ruan, this is your love? This is your frickin' love? Chased? Haha! You only investigated the women around him. Why didn't you check the men? Leo Ruan, your white moonlight doesn't have a girlfriend, but he has a black boyfriend. Surprised? Excited? Unfortunately, I mocked her for 3 minutes and she didn't react. She stayed frozen. It wasn't until her consciousness returned to her body that she spoke in a raspy voice, sounding like she'd been run over by a truck. No, Yifan, help me. I finally realized she was shocked, senseless. Her body was paralyzed by the trauma. I wanted to laugh but didn't dare. I couldn't pry the phone out of her hand because she was so tense her muscles had locked up. I massaged her for a long while before I could take the phone and turn off the stream. I conveniently saved a copy, uploaded it to a cloud account, and sent it to my burner account. Finally, I helped Leo Ruan onto the bed and continued massaging her body. This might be the last time in my life I touch this fragrant, soft body. It's a pity. That stream will likely cause Leo Ruan massive damage. She might become a demon, or lose interest in all genders, or live a celibate life forever. But I don't regret it. Leo Ruan mocked my love, so I destroyed hers. Now we owe each other nothing. As soon as Leo Ruan's body recovered, she sat up and vomited, right at me. I couldn't react in time, and was covered from head to toe. Real accurate, Leo Ruan. You freaking... I looked at the woman and froze. She was actually crying. She was Leo Ruan, the high and mighty CEO who controlled the jobs of over 100,000 people. And she was crying. I went silent, I started cleaning up, ran hot water, took off her clothes, and carried her to the tub. While she soaked, I showered right in front of her. This was the first time I was naked in front of her. I thought she might vomit again seeing a man's body, but she seemed dazed, staring blankly at me, watching me shower and looking at my physique. I finished, put on new pajamas, cleaned the room, and then bathed her. I was very familiar with this routine. The CEO often came home from business dinners drunk, vomiting, and peeing herself. I'd seen her most pathetic side many times. I was used to it. In this regard, I was slightly better off than those protagonists in other novels who don't even touch a hand in 3 years. But honestly, even if she's a goddess, vomit is stinky and disgusting. In that situation, who has the mind for bad things? After cleaning her up, she vomited 3 more times until only bile came out. She must have been thinking about Giota again. By the time I got her clean, she had fallen asleep. I carried her to the second bedroom. I took one last look at her. This might be our final meeting. No words, no goodbye. I walked out of my bedroom like the wind. I dragged 2 suitcases, my empire built over 3 years. They were all gifts from Leo Ruan. Custom suits, watches, cufflinks, leather shoes. As for the money and property, Leo Ruan wouldn't break her word. Assistant Du would likely contact me tomorrow. My small apartment was 20 kilometers away from Leo Ruan's villa. It had 3 bedrooms and 2 living areas, bought with the money I'd saved over 3 years. Leo Ruan knew about it. But I also knew that, with her pride, she wouldn't come knocking. Logically, I should take the money and run far away. But thinking about it, moving to a strange city with that much cash felt like a sheep entering a tiger's den. It was better to stay in Haicheng and live cautiously using Leo Ruan's reputation for protection. I can run in a few years when the Liu group collapses. I had a wonderful sleep and woke up at 10 a.m. Life without serving Leo Ruan was incredibly comfortable. I turned on my phone to dozens of missed calls and messages from Leo Ruan's best friend, Bingbing. Leo Ruan hadn't called once. Truly heartless. Those novels about CEO regrets her choices and chases her ex-husband are all lies. A woman as proud as Leo Ruan would never bow her head. Well, I won't either. I'll keep my phone off and just go to the Civil Affairs Bureau in 30 days to get the certificate. But the tree wants to stay still, but the wind keeps blowing. Bingbing showed up at my door. "Yay, Fan, you useless coward! What did you do to Ruan?" Looking at her, I felt a wave of emotion. The person I used to fear most wasn't Leo Ruan, but this Bingbing. Don't let her small stature fool you. She's a fierce girl, a regular Sichuan Chongqing dragon. If anyone else called me useless, I'd be angry, but with her, I just accept it. A year after the marriage, Bingbing intentionally got Leo Ruan drunk and threw her onto my bed, and I only dared to hug her to sleep. Literally just hugged her, nothing else. From then on, Bingbing decided I was useless and stopped trying to set us up. "Yefan, what did you do?" Why does she vomit the moment she hears Gibota's name? But when she hears your name, she doesn't vomit. She wants to bite you to death. I didn't know how to reply to her 3 questions. Bingbing is the most genuine best friend I've ever seen. She truly cares for Leo Ruan. She's better than all the best friends in short dramas combined. Later, when the Leo group goes bankrupt, she's the one who helps Leo Ruan make a comeback. They are the friends for life type. If I showed her the video, would she despise Leo Ruan? Would she feel polluted? Truly, Gibota's actions were too eye-searing. "Speak! If you stay quiet, I'm going to get physical!" Seeing Bingbing was about to strike, I quickly raised my hands to block. Haha, it was quite funny, right? Her fist, like a small steamed bun, finally landed. It felt like being hit by hail. It stung. 5 minutes later, a panting Bingbing threw a card at me. 1 million. There are 9 more hits left, 100,000 per punch. Speak. What did you do? Did you do something disgusting? I thought about it and decided to be honest. I didn't want any more ties to these wealthy socialites. Bingbing, last night I let Leo Ruan watch a live stream about Giota. Then she vomited, multiple times. I saw 2 dolls in a display cabinet. I grabbed them and demonstrated the classic position for Bingbing, top to bottom, 1 white, 1 black. You understand, right? Everyone knows women love to use their imagination, and once they start, it's powerful. Whatever she imagined was likely even more graphic than the truth. I don't know what she pictured, but she covered her mouth and ran to the bathroom, vomiting for a long time. Another victim. I was dragged to the hospital by Bingbing. Leo Ruan is a pure person with a psychological obsession with cleanliness. Giota knew this. He didn't dare mess around with women abroad and rejected all female advances. Thus, Leo Ruan thought her white moonlight was being chased for her. How could she know he didn't date girls because he had a close-knit black bodyguard? Last night's stream was Leo Ruan's nightmare. She vomited whenever she thought of it. She was sick, couldn't eat, and had a fever, so she had to be hospitalized. Entering the ward, I saw Leo Ruan looking like a broken doll. I felt a pang of pity, but immediately hardened my heart. I sneered. "What happened to make you so sad? Tell me so I can be happy." Leo Ruan didn't bother with me. She probably didn't have the energy to argue. Bingbing behind me was unsatisfied. She reached out and twisted my ear hard. "I brought you here to comfort her. If you mock her again, give the money back." I chuckled. "Asking for the money is asking for my life. This is a sickness of the heart. How can I fix it? Should I go find Giota?" The moment Leo Ruan heard Giota, she reflexively vomited. Unfortunately, she hadn't eaten all day, so she only brought up a bit of water. "Ye fan leave. Remember, never mention those two words in front of me again. Next time I'll hand you over to the cleaners." I felt wronged. I hadn't done much. I warned her before showing the stream. Does she really want to destroy me? Bingbing sighed. "Ruan hasn't eaten all day. There's a small kitchen in the ward. Go make something she likes." This hospital was a high-level VIP ward for the Liu family, no different from a presidential suite. I called the butler, and 10 minutes later, ingredients were delivered. Crab roe porridge. I added fish roe. To remove the fishy smell, I cooked the roe and manually removed the outer skin. Bingbing watched from the side and sighed. "Ruan knows you're good to her, but she doesn't know how to cherish it. She's too proud. Even if she regrets it, she won't bow. Without me, you two would have split long ago. Don't worry, I'll help you." Actually, I didn't really want to be with Leo Ruan anymore. The status gap was too big, and it made me insecure and sensitive. Today it's a white moonlight, tomorrow it's a small assistant. Later, there might be a brain-dead short drama female CEO starter pack. White moonlight, male assistant, younger student, sworn brother, and a useless husband. Leo Ruan already has one of them, and I'm not the useless type. At least, I won't let myself be cuckolded. The porridge was ready. Once it cooled slightly, I personally brought it to Leo Ruan. Her expression was still numb, but she snapped out of it when she smelled the crab roe. "Thanks." Then, out of habit, she opened her mouth for me to feed her. Fine, the rich are the bosses. I didn't want to argue with a patient. I fed her spoon by spoon. After eating 2 large bowls, Leo Ruan finally began to recover. I announced my departure. "In 30 days at 10 a.m., I'll wait for you at the Civil Affairs Bureau." Also, Leo Ruan, a storm is coming. Is the Liu group ready? Can the 5-year-old secret of land plot number 2 in the Jinlin district still be kept? Without waiting for a reaction, I walked out of the door with extreme decisiveness. Since I know the plot, I originally didn't intend to interfere with the Liu group's bankruptcy. But right now, we are still tied together. I don't have the divorce certificate, the 100 million hasn't arrived, and neither has the property. According to the original plot, Giota returns to Haicheng this evening. The day after tomorrow, he will start targeting me. The G family is also a powerhouse in Haicheng, so I still need Leo Ruan's protection. After I left, my words left Leo Ruan stunned. The secret of land plot number 2 was only known to a few high-level executives. How did Yefan know? What did he mean? Was someone trying to use that secret to destroy the Liu group? Leo Ruan slowly calmed down. To destroy the Liu group, one secret wasn't enough. Over the years, the group's development had some unclean spots. Her father and she had been fixing them, but even corrected mistakes leave traces that can't withstand a deep investigation. Bingbing! I need to be discharged. Yefan is right. The storm is coming. Bingbing didn't know the secret Yefan mentioned, and she didn't ask. But seeing Leo Ruan's urgency to leave, she understood someone was targeting them. The easiest way to collapse a fortress is from within. Leo Ruan was the perfect target. Over the years, many men had tried many ways to get close to her, but they didn't know the wealthy have ways to deal with them. The elite are most cautious about those saving my life old-school tropes. If you play that game, they'll investigate 18 generations of your ancestors. Only the elites in short dramas believe in saving a life and marrying the savior. Bingbing wanted to say that Giota had been back for a while, But remembering that Leo Ruan couldn't hear that name, she stopped. Ruan, I think you should take Yifan back. Based on those 2 sentences and what happened yesterday, he's not a coward. He truly loves you. A hint of warmth flashed in Leo Ruan's cold eyes, but her tone remained icy. I know he has talent. I can't take him back. Or rather, not for now. Only by being outside and away from the Leo family is he safe. Bingbing suddenly understood. So you're divorcing him on purpose? Leo Ruan paused. It was a good excuse, but she disdained lying. Partially. The other half is me. Before, that person was still in my heart. Now I realize it was just a longing for my youth. The saying, "A wise man does not fall into the river of love," is correct. That which is unattainable is always in a state of agitation, causing one to ignore the person who loves them most by their side. If Yifan wants to leave, then let him go. Bingbing stamped her feet speechlessly. As expected of Leo Ruan, she remains as proud as ever. Returning to the Leo group, Leo Ruan's heart was as turbulent as the sea. She realized she was sick. Before starting her work, the first thing she did was give instructions. Assistant Do, make an appointment with a female psychiatrist from the Haicheng Wish Counseling Center. Also, from now on, use only women for the core security layer. Men can be used for the 2nd and 3rd layers. Change all my drivers to women. No males are allowed to enter my office. Additionally, if that person from abroad returns, he is not allowed to come within 100 meters of me. While taking notes, Assistant Do was secretly startled. He was shocked. What happened to the president? It seemed like a psychological obsession with cleanliness, but why was it so severe that she couldn't even have contact with men? As for who that person was, having served Leo Ruan for 5 years as her assistant, he naturally knew. He didn't expect the president would refuse to see him, and even forbid him from coming within 100 meters. What kind of tactic was this? After arranging these matters, Leo Ruan flipped through the documents on her desk, but her mind was dwelling on what Yifan had said. Plot number 2 had been under development for 5 years. The secrets underground had long been buried beneath high-rise buildings. Who would use this to attack the Leo group? She understood Yifan. She knew he wouldn't lie to her. The wind howling through the tower heralds a rising storm in the mountains. At Haicheng International Airport, Giota had just gotten off the plane but didn't see his beloved. Something was wrong. He had agreed with Leo Ruan yesterday that she would pick him up today. He called her before boarding, but she didn't answer. He thought it would be a surprise, but it turned out to be a disappointment. Could it be that her contract husband was refusing to cooperate with the divorce? Giota gave a cold smile. Now that he, the rightful owner, was back, that loser still dared to stay in Haicheng? He really had no fear of death. He took out his phone. "Hello, it's me. Help me check where Leo Ruan is." Haicheng is very large, yet the socialite circle is very small. For people in that circle, there are only a few places to eat, play, and gather. Soon, Giota's phone rang. "What? You're saying Leo Ruan is pregnant? Impossible!" I was clearly told that her husband hasn't even touched her finger. Morning sickness is severe? She's hospitalized? Giota hung up and smashed his phone in a rage, as if he were smashing Leo Ruan and her fake husband to pieces. 8 p.m., Cloud Palace. Today was the 80th birthday of Old Man Zhang from the Haicheng Zhang family. Giota arrived here. He couldn't find a trace of Leo Ruan. Boda. He knew that woman would definitely come to pay her respects. I came too. Actually, I didn't want to come, but Bingbing insisted. She threw down 5 million. I admit, this time I was greedy again. Coming here, in the eyes of outsiders, I had regained my status as the Leo family's son-in-law. Leo Ruan held my arm with a smile on her face. I was dressed in a high-end tuxedo, handsome and elegant. In the eyes of outsiders, we were a perfect match made in heaven. In reality, it was all an act. I felt indignant in my heart but didn't dare show it. I estimated that Leo Ruan didn't feel comfortable right now either. After paying respects and giving gifts, my work was basically done. There was still a banquet, an evening party, and return gifts later. I planned to hide away, grab the gifts, and then head back. "This is bad, Yi Fan!" Giota actually came? "Ruyan, what should we do?" While I was hiding in a corner eating green tea snacks, Bingbing found me. She was worried that Leo Ruan would vomit the moment she saw Giota. I spread my hands. Hiding forever isn't the way. She'll get used to it if she vomits enough. Bingbing shot me a hateful glare and dragged me toward Leo Ruan. President Leo lived up to her title, chatting and laughing with a group of female entrepreneurs. With just a few words, contracts worth hundreds of millions or billions were finalized. I could only look on with envy. I also wanted to discuss a $100 million project with President Liu, but she wouldn't agree. Leo Ruan hated being interrupted while discussing business. I was afraid of her, but Bingbing wasn't. She squeezed into the circle and whispered near Leo Ruan, "That person has arrived at the scene. Should we leave early?" Leo Ruan really wanted to flee immediately, but she couldn't bear to leave. She was the president of the Liu Group, responsible for the livelihoods of over 100,000 people. Tonight, she had to finalize several more contracts. It was her responsibility and duty. "Tell Yifan not to wander too far from me. When the time comes and I need to vomit, I'll vomit on him." Bingbing replied, "Sister, are you speaking human language?" Leo Ruan gave a mysterious smile. "You don't understand. His hobbies are quite unique." She handed over a $1 million check. "He won't be angry now." Bingbing sighed. "You two really are a pair of crazy people." After Giota arrived and paid his respects, he saw Leo Ruan. In the crowd, she was always the most dazzling star. Originally, he planned to go over immediately, but since Leo Ruan was discussing business, he stood quietly to the side and waited. A smile played on his lips. His eyes held 3 parts love, 5 parts praise, and 2 parts mockery, as if Leo Ruan were not just his lover, but his employee. In the blink of an eye, he finally saw me. "Yay, Fawn!" Giota couldn't hold back, after all. He walked to my side with a glass of wine. "Yay, Fawn, I am Giota." I pretended not to know him, and nodded politely but ignored him. After all, he and I had indeed never met. At this time, several of Giota's friends surrounded us. They were all from the socialite circle and understood what Giota wanted to do. Someone smiled slightly. "Brother-in-law Liu, your cuff is a bit wrinkled. Did the maid at home not notice?" I gave a faint smile. Damn it, mocking me for being poor and trying to disgust me. The road back to the old hometown is rugged and hard to walk. If you walk it too much, it's easy to trip and fall. Once these words came out, the scene instantly fell silent. Only the so-called young Master Fu forced his composure and shouted, "Bullshit! You dare spread rumors!" I smiled gently. Truth doesn't belong to whoever has the loudest voice. A loud voice only proves you're feeling guilty. Young Master Fu retreated. If this news got out, it wouldn't just be his reputation ruined. Seeing this, the others hurriedly followed young Master Fu away. Regarding Giota, they didn't even say goodbye when they left. Giota was furious. He didn't expect me to scare away his friends with a single sentence. He approached me, pretending to accidentally knock over the glass of a passing guest. "I'm so sorry. I'll have to trouble Mr. Yi to clean this up. I need to go chat with Ruyan. Mr. Yi wouldn't be so petty as to not help, right?" I wore a smile, but in my heart, I wanted to slap him to death. He's going to see my wife and wants me to clean up his mess? Who does he think he is? His mind is truly poisonous. If I bent down to clean it, it would be equivalent to doing a servant's work in public, which would lower my status. I am the Leo family's son-in-law. Every word and action represents the Leo family. I smiled and refused. "Sorry, my wife is in her. Easy to conceive, period, and strained her waist a few days ago. It still hasn't healed." The guest whose wine glass was knocked over hadn't left. The middle-aged man knew we were clashing and stayed to watch the joke. Upon hearing what I said, he burst out laughing and gave me a thumbs up before leaving. Giota, who hadn't left, had a face as dark as iron. The words, "easy to conceive, period," echoed in his mind. Easy to conceive my ass! He couldn't hold back any longer and strode toward Leo Ruan. when he was 3 steps away. He opened his arms to embrace her, filled with emotion. "Ruyan, I'm back!" To everyone's surprise, when Leo Ruan saw him, her face turned visibly pale. Seeing him reach out to hug her, Leo Ruan vomited. But if she vomited filth in this setting, it would be disrespectful to the host. My reaction was fast. I stepped in front of her with a small paper bag. Leo Ruan was already the center of attention. Her vomiting instantly attracted most people's eyes. Everyone was an adult. Who doesn't know what it means when a woman vomits? Giota knew too. He stood there like an idiot, staring deathly at the constantly vomiting Leo Ruan. The phone call from the airport flashed through his mind. Leo Ruan has morning sickness. She's pregnant. Giota was so shocked, he backed up 2 steps. He had worked hard for 3 years abroad, acting the part of a devoted lover, returning ready to carry out grand plans and take over the Liu Group and Leo Ruan together. But how did this bitch get pregnant? On what grounds? Why? Giota was so angry he wanted to slap Leo Ruan, kick away the wild brat in her stomach, and kill her contract husband. But he had to endure. He walked up to Leo Ruan. "Ruan, are you pregnant? I don't mind." After he spoke, he felt his heart bleeding. He hated her so much. The people present looked at Giota with amusement. Damn, this is true love. Even I had to admire him. As expected of the white moonlight Leo Ruan chose, his skin was truly thick. Bingbing stepped forward to stand in front of Leo Ruan. "What the hell are you rumor-mongering for? Your mother is the one who's pregnant. Open your dog eyes and look clearly. Ruan feels disgusted and wants to puke because she saw you. If you have any self-respect left, get lost as far as possible." Under the gazes of everyone, threats, disdain, sympathy, curiosity, Giota could only force himself to save some face. "Ruan, get some rest. Let's meet another day." Unfortunately, Leo Ruan was still having physiological vomiting. It seemed quite serious, and she didn't look at him at all. As Giota left, Leo Ruan slowly returned to normal. Just now, she had felt a second of sorrow. 2 days ago, they were pouring their hearts out to each other over the phone, and now she felt like puking, just hearing his name, let alone meeting him. That scene from the live stream was a lifelong shadow. "Yi Fan, you are a ruthless person. Are you satisfied now?" I couldn't help but chuckle, then suppressed my smile. "You can't entirely blame me. I can only say you two deserved it." Leo Ruan was a bit weak. She took the water Bingbing handed her and was about to drink when she suddenly remembered something. "You didn't drug this, did you?" Bingbing rolled her eyes helplessly. Ever since that time she sent her best friend to Yefan's bed, Leo Ruan was extra cautious about things she handed over. "Leo Ruan, with the way you are now, do I even need to drug you? Look at your miserable state. Yefan could knock you out in 3 minutes." I was dumbfounded. Sister Bai is truly a hero among women. When she's angry, she's like a mature woman who's already had children. She dares to say anything and gives no face at all. Leo Ruan smiled awkwardly, took the cup, and finished the water. A week passed after that birthday banquet. I hadn't contacted Leo Ruan or Bingbing. I was idle every day with nothing to do. I originally thought about finding a job, but I was afraid I couldn't stand a boss's temper. Most importantly, which boss would give me as much money as Leo Ruan did? Comparing it like that, I decided to do it myself and work on short videos. After all, I am a transmigrator. The songs from my original world are all original in this book world. I can just borrow them. So I spent a little money to hire people to arrange and record a few songs. Just a few days after uploading them to the platform, I became a minor influencer. The profits from the songs posted across various platforms were truly pleasing. I didn't expect making money to be this easy. I no longer needed to bow and scrape before Leo Ruan and Bingbing. I'm going to throw money back at her. I thought the good days would continue like this, but one night I fell asleep and woke up to find myself back in Leo Ruan's villa, on her fragrant and soft large bed. It would have been perfect if my limbs weren't bound by iron chains. Fine, I shamefully still craved her body. "You're awake, Yifan? Don't blame me. This is all your own doing. You have to pay me back big time." Leo Ruan sat on me wearing only pajamas. She wasn't wearing anything underneath. I had no clothes on at all. The morning sun revived all things. and my body responded to the call of spring. "Why are you so thin? What are you doing?" Hearing my instinctive concern, Leo Ruan was moved, but it didn't shake her resolve. "Doing it!" As the word fell, the spear entered the cave. I was instantly speechless. What kind of situation is this? You can even play like this? Looking at Leo Ruan's bloodshot eyes and the clear tears at the corners, I could only remain silent, a strange thought in my mind. The illness lasted less than 3 minutes. Leo Ruan rolled off me in confusion and said dissatisfyingly, "So it's you who can't last 3 minutes. I'm going to tell Bingbing." "It's not me." My face turned as red as blood from embarrassment. I whispered a reminder, men have a first time too." Leo Ruan's eyes lit up. She kissed me and started laughing. It seemed the dim room was suddenly shining with white light. "That's perfect then, we're even. Thank you for saving me money." I wanted to cry but had no tears. Could it even be calculated like that? Let me go. Next time it's my turn to take the lead. Leo Ruan thought about it. Since we're doing it anyway, if I dare to run, she'll break my legs. However, she still insisted on being on top. "I am Leo Ruan." I was curious. I knew Leo Ruan was unhappy. She never stays on the bottom. I had to coax her. "I know, Great Emperor. In a bit, I'll teach you a few flowery styles. They're very comfortable." "Really comfortable? Isn't it your first time?" "It has to be comfortable. It is my first time, but I have teachers. Japanese language teachers." "Fine. If it's not comfortable, I'm going back on top." This time, Leo Ruan followed along readily. After resting for 10 minutes, I asked her the reason. Only then did I realize I had dug this hole for myself. Leo Ruan was sick, a psychological illness, and I was her new medicine. Because of that live stream and because of Giota, Leo Ruan felt a rejection of male contact. This week, she had seen several psychiatrists, and the solution she got was, heart sickness requires heart medicine. I was her antidote because she didn't reject my contact or loathe my body. As for why she had to pick mushrooms, I had to take the blame for that too. Who told the entire Haicheng socialite circle that Leo Ruan was pregnant? Although the fact was false, many people wanted to turn the fake into reality. The chairman of the Leo group, Leo Ruan's dad, her mother, other shareholders, and partners. There were too many. This is the power of a rumor repeated by 3 people. Leo Ruan had no choice. Of course, she could confess, but the Leo Group's stock would fluctuate during these turbulent times. She didn't dare gamble, because she knew one thing. Without the Leo Group, her fate would be very miserable. Besides that, Leo Ruan also stated bluntly that she had love for me, but she didn't know if it was much. People in the socialite circle are like that. They don't understand love or how to love. Anyway, she said she only wanted to give me children, and she wanted 2. One named Liu, and one named Ye. I heard this and thought there was nothing wrong with it. I have to take this job. What does love matter? Marriage is the longest confession. An idea instantly formed in my heart. I can help cure Leo Ruan's sickness, but I can't cure her loathing of other men. Great. She seems to have turned into a sick yandere now. While a yandere won't cheat, she definitely won't let me cheat either. During a long married life, can I endure it? Let's go for round 2. Leo Ruan unfastened the chains and kissed me for 10 minutes. We need to do it more times. Today is my easy-to-conceive period. What else could I say? Only one word could represent my actions. For 3 days, the 2 of us barely left the house. Leo Ruan became visibly more radiant, and her body didn't look as thin as before. On the 4th day, she went to the company. The employees were gossiping, saying the president had changed a lot, as if she had taken a powerful tonic. On the 4th day, I also stepped out of the villa. My 2 legs were trembling as if a gust of wind could blow me over. My dark circles were so bad even a giant panda would have to admit defeat. I still had to go to the studio to record songs today. Career cannot be neglected. At this time, Leo Ruan encountered big trouble. She received a letter sent by Giota. Speaking of which, Giota hadn't been idle this week either. But his calls to Leo Ruan were blacklisted. His messaging on all platforms was blacklisted. His friends' calls were blacklisted. His emails were blacklisted. and same city couriers were rejected. For an in-person meeting, he couldn't even enter the 100-meter final circle. He had no choice but to have someone send documents to Leo Ruan under the guise of official business. He wrote the letter by hand. He wrote several in a row without seeing a reply, so he finally reached the end of his rope. He stopped pretending to be a pure, devoted lover and showed his true colors. He threatened Leo Ruan with 2 documents. One wrote about plot number 2, which a real estate company under the Leo Group had won 5 years ago. During the development process, they intentionally damaged and buried underground cultural relics. The other wrote about the Pingcheng District plot number 3 project developed by the Leo Group, involving a forged project and the use of land with toxic soil safety levels. Leo Ruan held these 2 documents and fell into deep thought, sitting there for half a day. Giota's threat was laughable and disgusting. He no longer requested Leo Ruan to divorce, but demanded she give him a child. Giota had learned that Leo Ruan would vomit as soon as she heard his name or saw him. He guessed that Leo Ruan must know about his dark history, so he only wanted a child. With a child, he would have an excuse to enter the Leo Group, then detonate a few landmines to drive down the stock price, perform a short-selling merger and reorganization, and finally make the Leo Group go bankrupt. Once the G family swallowed the Leo Group, who else but them would be the #1 socialite family in Haicheng? At that time, even if he made his sexual orientation public, who would dare mock him? Their plan was very tight, but the execution was slow. Leo Ruan received Giota's letter and hadn't replied for 3 days. Today was the last day. In the study of the Leo family's old residents, Old Man Leo, Leo Yanfeng, Leo Ruan, Leo's mother, and Bingbing were there. Of course, there was also me, just tagging along. Actually, for family meetings like theirs, I previously had no qualification to attend. But this time, Leo Ruan insisted I attend, saying I was a member of the family, the pillar of the household, and the future father of the children. Seeing her flatter me so much, I gave her face. Dad, Mom. Perhaps because they learned about the things I did, their opinion of me changed greatly. They were as affectionate as if I were their own son. Since it was like this, I didn't hide anything. I had to show my value. Dad, Mom, Ruan, and Sister Bingbing. Everything I'm about to say is a secret. The information I spend money on is guaranteed to be true. You can verify it yourselves. After giving them a heads up, I officially spoke. Dad, your assistant Jie has been with your #5 mistress for 5 years. Mistress #5 previously served the Kuei family in Haicheng. Leo Yanfeng stood up, not wanting to believe it and wanting to argue. I waved my hand to stop him and continued. Third Uncle Leo in the company is already prepared to sell 5% of the group's stock at the next board meeting. Manager Zhao, Manager Yan, and Manager Tian are wavering. They'll likely agree too. Someone is short-selling the Leo Group in the stock market. I took a sip of tea and waited for Leo Yanfeng to make calls to test it out. After a few calls, his face was as black as ink, and his whole body was shaking. I continued, the government will receive a report regarding the Leo Group. Dad, Ruan, and Mom. Leo's mother was shocked. I've been retired for 10 years. How could I be involved? I comforted her. It's nothing big, just that you've been paying off your brother's gambling debts all these years and wanted to act as his guarantor. The amount keeps getting larger. You should be mentally prepared. Leo's mother instantly went limp and slumped onto the floor. Leo Yanfeng was indeed an old veteran of the business world. With a wave of his hand, he told me to continue. Next, relying on my memory, I explained the process of the Leo Group's bankruptcy to everyone. Listening to the things I described, Leo Yanfeng realized there were many things in the company he didn't know about. Leo Ruan was the same. She was covered in a cold sweat. Husband, how much money did you spend? Once the company survives this crisis, I'll give you double. I laughed when I heard that. Who said talking about money hurts feelings? Nonsense. Leo Yanfeng also regained his composure. Now that he knew the opponent's tactics, he could strike first. Now the positions of the enemy and us were swapped. Our side moved from the light into the shadows. Yi Fan, you have a head for business. Why not come to the company? I'll make you vice president. I smiled and refused. I know exactly how much talent I have. If I hadn't transmigrated and known the plot, I'd just be an ordinary person. Dad, I won't enter the company. I don't want the shares either. I have things I love to do. Leo Ruan supported me. My little yandere is now my top fan. Dad, my husband can write lyrics, compose, and sing. He'll definitely be a huge international star in the future. Coming to our company would be beneath him. Bingbing chimed in from the side. Yeah, uncle, I'm planning to buy an entertainment company to sign him. Leo Ruan's yandere attribute instantly maxed out. My husband? I'll buy an entertainment company for him directly. Bingbing wouldn't let her. Do you understand the entertainment industry? Do you have time to watch him? I'm helping you look after him and you're not even grateful. Look at that weak state of yours. Can you even last 10 minutes? Leo Ruan retreated, forcing a breath. You're not allowed to coax me. Bingbing looked on with disdain. I didn't dare say a word. Liu Yanfeng drank his tea, and Liu's mother brought me a cigarette. Half a month later, the war between the Liu group and the Ji and Kuo families came to an end. It was a Pyrrhic victory for the Liu group, but the main force was still there, and they had begun to rapidly swallow the fruits of victory. Giota, who used to act all-powerful in front of me, was held in a detention center. One day, when I was bored, I went with Bingbing to see him. I didn't know how he managed it, but he might be sentenced to life. Are you here to mock me? Is it fun to hit a dog while it's down? Bingbing gave him a glare. Too bad the glass was in the way. I'm here to see when you'll die. Also, I'll let the people in the circle see your miserable state as a lesson. I chuckled and took out my phone. Giota, didn't you want to know why Leo Ruan vomits the moment she sees you? Take a look at your masterpiece. Once the video opened, the eye-searing scenes made Giota feel like it was a different world. He looked dazed. You arranged the secret filming? I smiled slightly. I am the mastermind, but Leo Ruan is the financier. Giota's face turned even paler. Then our plan? I instantly spoke with a face full of respect. My father-in-law is wise and divine. Giota lost all desire to speak and directly applied to end the visitation time. Before leaving, he looked back with a hateful gaze like a knife. Ye fan, we'll fight again in the next life. I was startled. Fighting is fine, but you damn well better be clear about which kind of fight you mean. Note, a pun on fighting versus sexual intercourse. Half a month later, a scream came from the bathroom. I thought something happened to Leo Ruan. I saw her holding a pregnancy test, excited. Husband, look! 2 lines! Do you know what 2 lines represent? I hurriedly picked Leo Ruan up. Serving her every day during this time, she had become more plump than before, soft and fragrant. Leo Ruan snuggled into my arms. Husband, I won't be able to sleep with you for the next 3 months. She acted spoiled. I'm afraid I won't be able to help it. I patted her. I'll endure it with you. Leo Ruan's eyes turned crimson. Thank you, husband. The next morning, I woke up to a familiar scene. My limbs were tied to the bed with chains. Leo Ruan woke up slowly with a charmingly innocent look. Husband, if I tie you up, I won't have to worry about you cheating. I was helpless. This is the only bad thing about a yandere. They're too clingy. I regretted buying that live stream video back then, yet I was glad I bought it. Unfortunately, there are no second chances in life. Cherishing the present is the greatest happiness.